We're joined now by Colonel David Hackworth. If you watch our show, you are familiar with him. He has an incredible network of sources in the military, and you join us this morning. You are not so surprised that an attack like this happened.
No, I've been writing about this and on a soapbox for at least a decade, trying to tell the folks in the Pentagon, wake up, let's get ready for this war. This is the real war. And it happened yesterday. And now what we need to do is very carefully analyze what you do in a military operation after you get a bloody nose. You do an after-action review. You come up with the lessons learned. Then you find out who did it, and you find them, fix them, and then whack them in the butt. And I mean really hard.
What's probably most shocking to me, and I imagine many average Americans, is that, yeah, a building could be vulnerable, surprising, and horrific, but the Pentagon of the world's only superpower is vulnerable to attack. Isn't there any procedure that was implemented or just not followed there?
See, what terrorism's about is getting tube time. And you hit symbols, the World Trade Center, big symbol, the Pentagon, big symbol, the Capitol building, the White House. So that's what they were after, and they've achieved their purpose. They've made a lot of noise, and now I suspect that we'll see a follow-on. This show ain't over.
So you're saying that after yesterday's first wave, and a lot of people said, you know what, it's a lot like Pearl Harbor, sneak attack, they came in. You're saying you think there could be a second wave of terror today, tomorrow?
The similarity between Pearl Harbor is accurate, that we were surprised, we were caught with our pants down, but this is far more horrendous. The casualties will be probably 10 times what we had at Pearl Harbor. I just hope that when we've done our lessons learned and we bring the world together and form an international community that says no more terrorism, no more states like Afghanistan can harbor some madman like Osama bin Laden.
Well,
he's got to go.
Or
they got to go.
Strong language. We're going to hold, we're going to hunt them down, find out who's responsible, take care of them, hold, any states that sponsor this responsible, any states that harbor these people responsible. But I know that you're hearing from the men and women out there in the military who have heard this before, and nothing happened.
What we have is this huge bureaucracy, and that's what bothers me in my pleas of saying, hey, wake up, America, get ready for the real war, the war of terrorism. What we do is we end up with a $100 billion defense shield, a bunch of new fighter aircraft, new B-2s, all of
Colonel,
these things.
You've seen
Where
action,
were they yesterday?
But you've seen action in war. This is real to you, but it's not real to the average American. This is nothing's ever close happened unless you lived in 1945 or happened to be in the World Trade Center when it was bombed in the early 90s. But now this is real. Headlines across the country in various newspapers I've seen held up. It's war. You know war. Is this war?
It's as close as you can get when you see what the devastation we saw yesterday. What we have to do is, just like on 7 December 1941, when we lost our fleet and took those horrendous casualties, we got to stand up. We have to have a leader that brings this nation together, and then we got to go and kick ass, just like we did
We've been
to the Nazis and the Japanese.
We've been asking for them to hand him over.
We fling a couple missiles at him.
Please give him to us.
He was named defense minister of that country.
Yeah. What we got to do is say, give up that dude, or we're going to come get him. And if you get in the way, we're going to knock you on your butt. That is, we've got to be strong. And we can't do this individually, the USA all by itself. We've got to bring the world together.
Colin Powell, who's going to be with us very shortly, says we're going to go after, or essentially repeating what the president said, we're going to go after whoever is responsible. Let's say, and last night the president said, we're also going to go after whatever nation is harboring these bad guys. Let's say it's Afghanistan. Are we at war with Afghanistan?
We're at war right now with international terrorism. This operation wasn't done by a couple taxi drivers bopping around town. This was highly orchestrated. A lot of money went into it. It was very complex, highly coordinated, and unfortunately for the United States of America, brilliantly executed. It took a lot of resources, a lot of money to put this together. So we've got to realize we're at war. Let's go fight it, and let's quit talking about it.
The name of your novel now out on paperback, The Price of Honor.
Just was released.
Yeah. The suicide bombers, are they heroes back home?
They're martyrs, and they're kind of imprinted from a very early age. They're going to go to Candyland forever if they blow up.
All right,
okay, thank you very much. Colonel David Hackworth, good to have you back here with us.